Look, I am a high-valued alpha male, and I require a female who is of equal value to me. She needs to be very attractive. I'm talking at least an 8, okay? Her attire must be modest, but still slutty enough for me to be interested. But I don't want a bunch of guys hitting on her. I mean, my woman needs to understand that I am a man. So, like, biologically, I am just wired to be with as many women as possible. However, she needs to understand that as long as she's with me, she's not allowed to be friends with, be associated with, or even know any other men. Not even her family. In fact, as long as we're together, she can only speak to her father and or brothers through female proxies. Feminism has ruined dating. No. No, I don't want to date a feminist. I want a woman who understands and respects traditional gender roles, who will cook and clean and keep me happy when I get home from a hard day at work. What do? I'm a high-valued male with an entrepreneurial spirit, okay? I mean, if you think about it, with as much Call of Duty as I play, I'm basically a tactical genius. I mean, if the military ever tried to draft me, I really feel like they'd fast-track me through officer training. I mean, come on. Jordan Peterson said it best. Real men.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to K Podcast. So today, I know you're surprised on why I'm here today because this is the thing. Um, Throughout the day, there've been a lot of things popping up in the internet. Some of them very serious issues. One of them being politics. One of them also being the election that is actually going on right now in the U.S. And this is the thing. I do understand that a lot of people do not feel like they shouldn't talk about politics or they don't care about politics. But this is the thing. You should actually care about a lot. You should care about it a lot because when they pass legislations that actually will not be in your favor, you should actually pay more attention and decide who you want to vote for. Now, I am not going by either parties or whatever parties they got over there. Both have their cons and their pros. And I'm going to say this. But the one part where the other party failed very badly was the Roe v. Wade. You understand? Them turning over the Roe v. Wade. It actually hurt a lot of women. It's like taking a human right out of a human being because taking Roe v. Wade away, banning abortion is actually taking a human right out of a woman's hand. And I understand that there were multiple reasons why this topic was put out there and why they felt like it was needed to be done. But at the same time, I'm like, if they would have wanted this to be done, you could have actually had a part where if it's necessary or if there are some things that are happening that actually needs the attention of that particular thing, that particular help, women that need that help essentially for their lives, it should have been provided for. But since it was not provided for, a lot of these women are angry. So also I want to talk about this part. They talked about younger women voting, and it sounded like they're trying to blame younger women for going to to vote. I even heard this particular reporter actually say, you know what, maybe you should get married. These single women should get married. And what will be the difference if they get married? What would differentiate them? Oh, it's kind of giving me what is giving me. I'm not saying what it is, maybe because I feel like that is what it takes. Oh, your husband will be able to control your decision on how you vote. Is that what marriage is supposed to mean now? Because the fact that I had him actually say, oh, when they're married, they vote us. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's your own conclusion on this. Maybe that's your own conclusion on this, that when single women get married, they vote for you. But for me, it's kind of giving me, when you get married, your husband will have control over who you vote for. Now, with that being said, this video is not going to be long because I want to make it very, very short. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to play a clip of what he said. And ladies, let me tell you this. You actually have to pay attention, especially when it comes to politics. You have to pay attention, because when a law is passed, you have to know who you're voting for, that they don't come out against you. That is why when you actually elect somebody, you go out there and you vote for the person that knows that will represent your mindset and represent you. You don't sit down and be like, oh, it's politics, they probably don't care about me. And then somebody comes around because you didn't vote and mess the whole thing up. And then you'll be like, oh, is this? And then you complain about that. No, do something about it. I am neither for any of these parties because they both have their pros and cons. So I'm just going to play this video over here because it actually irritated me.
Also, single women are breaking for Democrats by 30 points. And this makes sense when you think about how Democrat policies are designed to keep women single. But once women get married, they vote Republican. Married women, married men go for Republicans by double digits. But single women and voters under 40 have been captured by Democrats. So we need these ladies to get married. And abortion is really driving turnout. In some cases, it drove turnout more than inflation. They're also teaching our children in schools. So you have hardcore Democrat females in school with your kids for 8 hours a day. So there's a brainwashing pipeline that runs through women and children, and it's starting to show up on Election Day. Single women are voting for Democrats by 30 points.
37.
37 points. Yeah. This new generation is totally brainwashed because a lot of these single women that vote 37 spreads for Democrats are teaching all of our younger generation in these schools, and they're polluting their minds, and then they grow up, and then they're in their 20s, and then they vote for leftists.
Okay, YouTube, I'm going to say that video was for educational purpose only, and every video that I'm going to be showing up here is going to be for educational purpose only. Now, instead of him to think about why single women are voting for Democrats the way he said it, he's out here talking about they should get married. Have you actually sat down and thought about why are women single in the first place? Because you got to go to A before you get to B, not from A to Z. Let's go slowly. You should ask reasons why the women are single in the first place. And I don't think every married woman, let me say it again, is all in the right pocket. I'm not going to say, I don't think every married woman is voting for the right. Let's just say it. But there are also married women in the other side. What do you think? All the men are all right-wingers? I mean, it sounds insane. But the fact that he would say if they get married, they vote, they vote for us. I'm like, okay, why? Exactly, because if you're out here taking away human rights, some people might say abortion is not human right. It is, because when a woman's life is in danger, that is human right that you have just taken. You've taken something. So don't be surprised if women want to be alive. If somebody would do that to a man or men, they would lose their mind. They will lose their mind. You cannot even make laws about guns, and they're out here crying. And then talk us about making laws about their body. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the fact that he actually said, all of this and not think about why are the women. I even heard that they had this app, dating app. And I heard that it flopped. It was like a desert out there. And they were like, women are not coming. There are a lot of men, but no women. I'm like, why is it that women are not in the dating app? What is happening? That is what I heard, that women are not there. And I'm like, What is happening? Why aren't women there? Because that's something we should talk about. Because it can't be that you're treating them so good that they are not there. It can't be that women are getting princess treatment out here. That's why they're single. Because if you watch all this podcast is out here talking about how to deal with women, how to manhandle a woman, you will understand why a lot of women stay single. Let's get there. Before you say, oh, they should get married to who? Who is there out there, right, especially in this day, that women would look at who is the person they're supposed to be married to? All these podcasters that are talking about how to abuse your woman, how to turn her into a submissive sheep. And it's not even submission, it's abuse. And women are not dumb. So they look at that and you think they're supposed to just, go pick one. No. This is not the 60s. This is not the 50s. This is none of those times. This is not the 40s, in fact, when women had mostly no voice or no right to actually decide for themselves. This is not the time or the age where women did not have time and men could actually make all the decisions for them, both marriage and otherwise. And then you just pick a husband and then be maltreated in your matrimonial home. Women do not want that. Maybe we should start with that first. Why are they single? Why are these women single? Maybe we should look at the source of the problem. The podcasters. All of these people making podcasts all the time, talking and shaming women, trying to degrade women's self-esteem, bring it down to hell. So let's not go there. Now I'm going to play this particular video over here, and then we're going to close this chapter, because this is the thing. I want anybody in my channel to be awake all the time, especially when it comes to politics as well, because it is very vital. I understand some people might be like, oh, they don't really care, but you should try to vote for the one that you feel like is going to represent you better. I understand they might not be full on it, but if it at least doesn't put your life in danger, yeah. So for fair use only, we're going to play this one.
Quiet abortion voters. Yeah. I think Republicans, and I said this when the Dobbs ruling happened, that they're really misunderstanding how important this issue is to people. And there was so much talk about the issue of abortion as if it's something that people use as a birth control method, that it's just wild women going out and saying, I don't want to use a condom, I'll just get an abortion, no big deal. When in fact, abortion is so much a part of healthcare, of family planning. There are so many people who are forced to have an abortion from wanted pregnancies. And those are the conversations that are going on all over this country.
Are you campaigning for Planned Parenthood or what?
One of the things that the Supreme Court said is...
No, people who are pro-life actually do take the issues more seriously than you think, right? You want to talk about the quiet majority? Talk about the unborn. They don't have a word in this at all.
I think a lot about the unborn, actually. I had an unborn inside of me for a long time.
Yes.
And reasonable people would actually have a conversation about science.
But you're
and they would talk about a viability
that people
mark.
who are pro-life don't take it as seriously as you are.
No,
that's it. That's what I want to say.
I don't think that. And I know a lot of pro-life people who are no exceptions, right? People who believe that.
That's not what I meant, but that's okay.
Okay, let me get
I'm not talking about the exception rules, so don't worry.
Who just think that the second that you conceive, it means that is a life.
What I'm talking about, that's not, that I would not say is a nuanced argument. I'm saying that you are criticizing that you're saying that there isn't a nuanced side, that we just think, oh my God, people are using it for birth control. That's not true.
No, I do not think that. And I was actually acknowledging that there is nuance to your argument. I do not think that. I think that there are a majority of Americans who want to talk about a reasonable viability level. But when you have women in Louisiana who are waiting to go into sepsis, you have that 10-year-old in Ohio who's getting shipped to Indiana to get health care. You're not, Greg, we just had an election that said that you're wrong about this.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. If you're gonna have to vote for somebody, you're gonna have to vote. And this is the thing. When it comes to politics, I am somebody that I really do pay attention seriously, because I do not want somebody that is gonna pass a law that is, gonna harm me in any way. I'm not in support of any. See, I'm somebody that I'm neutral to both of any of these parties. But if you're gonna take away human rights, I'm probably gonna just sit here and be like, no. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this, ladies, stay alert, stay awake, because these days you need to be awake 24/7 and look around your surrounding. And another thing, pay attention. Now, with that being said, please like and subscribe. And I understand that today I was not supposed to come. Normally I come after 2 or 3 days, but the internet has been very busy nowadays. But with that being said, please press that like button and do not forget to subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.